What it is, good YouTube? Woody back with another 2K banger today, man. We got a very fun video today. Today we're gonna be adding a random legend to every NBA team and then simming through the season, see what happens, man. But if you take a look at the screen, the way we're gonna be getting these random players is by asking ChatGPT. So here's the prompt we're putting in: can you give me a random NBA legend and a random NBA team? So if I click search here, they're gonna be say, sure, here's a combo for you, Hakeem Olajuwon in the Sacramento Kings. So this is how we're gonna get our list of teams, man. But that one doesn't count, so let's type in another here and see what our first pairing is going to be for the random NBA team legend. We are going to be getting Larry Bird on the Phoenix Suns, man. So you see now we got Larry Legend paired next to Devin Booker and Jalen Green. That's the most offense in the damn league, bro. All right, let's type in another here, and they're going to be giving us Allen Iverson on the Minnesota Timberwolves to pair up with Anthony Edwards, bro. 96 overall Allen Iverson and Anthony Edwards in the backcourt. That is too deadly, bro. Okay, next up, let's see what we're going to be getting here. We're going to be getting Tim Duncan to the Toronto Raptors, man. Damn. So here you see we got Timmy D on the Toronto Raptors, and I went ahead and made Scotty Barnes a small forward so they can be on the court at the same time because I'm a good guy. And while I'm at it, well, BI can play shooting guard. Yeah, sure, we'll do something like that. So at least they're going to have a starting five. All right, on to the next one. We are going to have, let's see, here's another random combo. Wilt Chamberlain on my Miami Heat. Yes, sir. Now talk about a player to play alongside Bam Adebayo. What better than Wilt Chamberlain? Let me know in the comments down below where y'all got Wilt on your all-time centers list, bro. You got him top 5, top 3 maybe? I'm not too sure. I'm taking Hakeem, Shaq, Kareem. Are we taking Bill Russell? Are we taking Bill Russell over Wilt Chamberlain? Y'all let me know in the comments down below. Okay, next prompt, we're gonna be having Scotty Pippen on the Denver Nuggets. It says Pippen's elite defense and playmaking in Denver's high altitude. Interesting mix. That's kind of a nasty combo. You're telling me Jokic and Pippen, bro? Ugh, that's nasty. They could be the favorites, low key. All right, let's get another combination here. We're gonna be getting Charles Chuck Barkley on the Memphis Grizzlies. All right, that's a little bit better. We got 96 overall Charles Barkley, MVP season Charles Barkley. You know, that's a close enough picture. It looks kind of like him, not really, but we'll take what we can get. Well, what did you look at that? Kobe Bryant on the Charlotte Hornets. And look at that. Kobe was actually drafted by the Hornets in 96. You know what? You don't need to tell us that, Kobe. We already know. I meant ChatGPT. That is, that's something right there. And like I said, because I'm such a good guy, we're going to make Brandon Miller a small forward. I don't think Kobe's going to mesh well with LaMelo Bridges and Miller and Sexton. And that's, I don't know. All right. Next one. Who are we going to be getting? And we are going to be getting Dirk Nowitzki on the New Orleans Pelicans, baby. I mean, realistically, Dirk's probably gonna have to play center for them. So, like I said, because I'm a good guy, we're gonna be making Dirk here a center. He actually goes up 1 overall at a center. He goes up to a 80 or a 98 at center. Okay, so that's interesting. So now you got a nice little front court, a Dirk and Zion. That's kind of nasty, bro. All right, let's keep pushing on. Another pairing is gonna be Magic Johnson on the Indiana Pacers. That is crazy. They're gonna have Halliburton and they're gonna have Magic Johnson in the backcourt. Now that Tyrese is nice and healthy, who are we having to play shooting guard? I think Tyrese probably makes more sense of the two. We gonna let him run around screens, shoot some threes, and you know Magic gonna be running that point guard. That's kind of disgusting. I'm not gonna lie. That might be the best backcourt in the NBA. No, it is the best backcourt. Do you think Magic and Tyrese is better than Anthony Edwards and AI? We're gonna find out. I mean, shit. Another pairing, we shall see. D Wade on the team he's got part ownership in, the Utah Jazz. So the Utah Jazz get my favorite player of all time in D Wade. Unfortunately, I don't think anything's gonna help the Jazz win more than like 20 games next year because, you know, they're just the worst team in basketball. Have fun, D Wade. Have fun. All right, next one is up, and we are gonna be getting Patrick Ewing on the damn OKC Thunder. So now you're looking at Patrick Ewing alongside Chet Holmgren. That is pretty elite. Stevie Nash, bro, on the damn Detroit Pistons, man. Pistons get Stevie Nash, bro. That's him and Cade tough as too. That's another good backcourt, man. Damn, we getting some legendary backcourts, no bullshit. And again, like I said, because I am such a nice guy, we're gonna be putting Cade Cunningham at that shooting guard position. So let's get another one popping here. Karl Malone. I think we're gonna skip Karl Malone because we don't condone what Karl Malone does, as there's Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman, not that much better, but hey, at least he didn't, you know? So Dennis Rodman going to the Philadelphia 76ers. All right. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, Rodman and Embiid is kind of disgusting. That's actually freaky as hell. I really like that, actually. Who will be the next team? We're gonna be getting John Stockton, exactly what these boys need. Oh man, I think we might have just broke the game, bro. Oh nah. So like literally exactly what the Celtics need is a point guard and a starting point guard, and John Stockton is going to be that guy. So now you got Stockton, Tatum, Brown, White, and no center still. I guess Neemi's Keita still. Okay. Keep on pushing on. Gary the Glove Payton to go play with Giannis in the Milwaukee Bucks. A really great PG to play alongside Giannis. I mean, that's pretty ideal what you want, man. Gary Payton and Giannis, good luck scoring, bro. I'll tell you right now, good luck scoring. Okay, interesting to pair alongside Ice Trey. You got Ray Allen coming in there, man. Jesus Shuttlesworth, man. Damn, bro. Hey, Trey at the 1 and Ray Allen at the 2, bro. Are you kidding me? All right, ChatGPT is going to be giving me Elgin Baylor to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Okay. Now, I ain't gonna lie. They might be the favorites, bro. This team might be the favorites, bro. Elgin Baylor, Donovan Mitchell, Mobley, Garland, and Jared Allen. This might be the best team in the game, no bullshit. He's not like a 99 overall, but I mean, 94 is still really good. Let's see what ChatGPT got for us today, man. Bob Cousy on the Chicago Bulls, bro. Cousy's crafty ball handling meets the Windy City. Would you shut the hell up? So we haven't got any duplicate teams yet or players. So ChatGPT is, they're pretty smart, man. Give me new players, new teams. Dikembe Mutombo on the Golden State Warriors. Okay, okay, that's nasty. All right, well, now the spacing besides Curry is actually cruised. You got Steph Curry, and you got these 3 guys, and you know Jimmy don't shoot. Draymond sure as hell ain't shooting. And Mutombo, do I even have to say anything? The Isaiah Thomas, the Pistons legends. Yeah, no shit, ChatGPT. I ain't giving no damn IT on the Celtics. Brooklyn Nets, man. Okay, that's cool. IT on the Brooklyn Nets, you know, to go along with the, I don't know, 5 other point guards that these guys drafted in the first round. They took Ben Serov, Nolan Traore, and Jaeger Demon all in the first round, bro. Nets fans, I'm sorry. Let's see what we get for this next one. Dr. J on the Orlando Magic. Okay. Continuing the trend of no shooting on the Orlando Magic. They really could have used a shooter there. Instead, they're going to be getting Dr. J. Yeah, so what are we doing here? Are we running Paolo at the 5? Like, what? Are we supposed to run Paolo at the 5? I guess. All right, let's see what ChatGPT got for. Oh my God. Imagine Bill Russell in the purple and gold. Yeah, that's pretty legendary if you ask me, ChatGPT. I ain't gonna lie. Well, would you look at that? Bill Russell on the damn Lakers. They got their center. You know, DeAndre Ayton never got his chance, unfortunately, to be the starting center. They got Bill Russell now. LeBron, Bill Russell, and Luka Doncic. That is, that's my top team. Forget the Cavs. This is my top team. Celtics fans are crying right now because Bill Russell's on the Lakers. So sorry, C's fans. I'm sorry. Y'all got, who did y'all get again? Oh, John Stockton. That's cool. That's right. All right, another ChatGPT one. Chris Paul, Cliff Paul on the damn Sacramento Kings. Hey, listen, again with ChatGPT coming in clutch, man. The Kings need a point guard. They've been wanting a point guard all offseason. There you go, Chris Paul. All right, so let's keep pushing through. I'm not too sure how many teams we got left. Derrick Rose on the Atlanta Hawks. So that's the first duplicate we've gotten. The Atlanta Hawks already have Ray Allen, so we're going to have to go again. So let's see what we got here. There's KG on the New York Knicks. That is new. That's definitely new. Wow. Yeah, so we got to think about this in 2K terms, right? The Knicks are always really good, and KG is just added at that power forward position is what they exactly need. So I might have to take it back. This might be the best team. But like I said, KG's not putting up with no damn Karl Anthony Towns bullshit. So maybe he'll just crash out and just demand a trade. I don't know. All right, ChatGPT, let's see what you got for us. Paul Pierce on the Phoenix Suns. We already have Larry Bird on the Phoenix Suns. That's the first one we did. So let's keep pushing here. Vince Carter on the Detroit Pistons. We already have Steve Nash there. So let's keep going until we get something. No, Raptors already have Tim Duncan. Got to get a team we haven't gotten yet. Nope, there's Paul George, NBA legend 2K. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's some crazy work right there. There's the Chicago Bulls again. Should I just put in the Wizards here? Houston Rockets. Dennis Johnson. I don't think we've gotten that yet. All right, so there's Dennis Johnson, and that's exactly what they do need. The Rockets need a point guard. So let's go kind of through these teams and see who doesn't have a player already. So the Wizards still don't have anybody. Golden State got theirs. Portland needs somebody. The Spurs don't have anybody yet. The Mavericks don't have anybody yet. The Clippers don't have anybody. Okay, so we only have a few teams left. So instead of doing a random NBA team, random player, we're gonna just do the teams that we don't have already. So here we go. All right, here we go. Can you name me a random NBA legend to put on the Wizards? Absolutely. How about Chris Webber on the Washington Wizards? I mean, let's be real. No, nothing was gonna change the Wizards season. They're still gonna win 10 games next year, bro. Let's be real. All right, here we go. Can you name me a random NBA legend to put on the Trailblazers? We're gonna be okay, really? They really gave me Clyde Drexler? Like, no, bro. That's not what we're doing. We need another one. Give me another one. Dennis Rodman. No, we already have Dennis Rodman. Another one. Dominique Wilkins. Sure, that's good. Human Howard. That's cool. So I ain't gonna give him Clyde. That's not fun, bro. Why am I doing this video if I be giving him the guy they already have? So we're not gonna do that. So you got Dominique, you got Dame. That's not terrible. It's not terrible. For the Spurs, random NBA legend for the Spurs, Charles Barkley. No, we already have Charles Barkley. We already have Dave Cowens. Dave Cowens. There you go. Dave Cowens or Wemby. Is it Cowens or Cowens? I don't even know. She ain't even know it. I put Molly on the champagne. She ain't even know it. Random NBA legend for the Mavericks, Dirk Nowitzki. No, I said random. They keep giving me the players on their team. Steve Nash for the Mavericks. No. Paul Pierce for the Mavericks. That's kind of filthy. So as you see Pierce and Anthony Davis as we take Kyrie's injury off, I think the last team we got is the Clippers. Let's go check them out and we'll get into Simmons. All right, so the last team is going to be the Los Angeles Clippers. Add to the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard. Again, keep giving me the same names. All right, for the Clippers, Bob Pettit to the Clippers. We could get that done. All right, boys, now we got all the NBA teams done. Let's just get into this year, man. Y'all type in the comments down below who y'all think is going to be winning the championship with these teams. Like I said, I think this Lakers team, I think this Knicks team's pretty nasty. What else do we got here? Mavericks always go with Paul Pierce, you know what I mean? Jokic and Pippen, you feel me? Magic and Hallie. Pistons ain't bad either. So you know what? Wemby and Cowens. Let's change this for them real quick. Let's run Dave at the 4. I think that's smooth. Let me know who your favorite team got and if you think it's a good fit. All right, we're on the Miami Heat right now. We're just gonna go to the halfway point of the season and then look at all the stats there. As you do see, Wilt Chamberlain in his first game, 25 and 12. So he's kind of going crazy right there. Heat off to a 2-0 start. That's pretty cool. Kobe Bean Bryant is playing with LaMelo Ball and Brandon Miller. I forgot about that. And then Dr. J over there as well. All right, we're going to the halfway point of the season. I'm gonna see y'all boys there. All right, y'all boys. So we get the trade deadline in this year with the legends all in the teams. Let's take a look at standings, man. As I told y'all, man, don't sleep on the Cleveland Cavaliers with Mr. Elgin. They bringing him off the bench, bro, for Dr. Seuss. See, it's why 2K be some type of game. All right, we're gonna move past that. New York Knicks at that 2 seed spot with KG, and then you got Boston Celtics, the 3 seed. Miami Heat. What teams are not in the playoffs? Let's take a look. Obviously, damn, I told y'all about Charlotte, man. Kobe Bean, he's getting mad. He looks angry right there. That's a problem, man. Sorry, Kobe. We had to do it to you, man. Brooklyn Nets are better than they have IT right there. Okay. Washington's horrible as we knew it would be. Yeah, the Magic are bad. You know, Paolo at center, maybe not working out for them. Dr. J averaging 25, 8, and 6, so he's hooping for real. You know, the Bulls got Kuzzy, man. He can only dribble with his right hand, and you know what I mean? That's not going well. Pistons ain't in it, neither is Indiana. Over in the Western Conference, man, you got the Clippers as the 1 seed. So the last team that we added, no, it was Bob Pettit, right? Bob Pettit. And that boy's a hooper. Let me tell you what, bro. Let me tell you what. It's 18 and 10 for Bob. This team is filthy. All right, and they're going to be the 1 seed. Dallas, the 2 seed with Mr. Paul Pierce. 20.7 assists for Paul. Yeah, OKC there with Dave Cowens, I believe they had. Or no, that was Patrick Ewing, right? Okay, damn! 25 and 12 for that boy Pat, man. And then you got Portland sneaky up there with Dominique. Very sneaky Portland team right there. Denver, Los Angeles Lakers, surprisingly only the 6 seed with Bill Russell. And the teams that are not in the playoffs as of right now, Golden State with Dikembe averaging 13 boards, and they trying to get him to shoot threes, but it ain't working. And then you got, oh my God, they traded for Darius Garland. Where is Steph Curry? Is Steph Curry on Golden State? Did I just miss that? First of all, before I get into the Curry trade, great trade by the Miami Heat, bro. We're getting off Terry Rozier for DeJounte Murray. Phenomenal trade. But listen, the Cavs traded Garland and Hunter for Steph Curry. I don't think I have ever seen that before. And how did I miss that when I looked at the Cavs roster? Oh my God. Oh my God, this team is nasty. Oh nah, the league's over with. Oh nah, the league's over with, bro. Hell nah. Warriors traded Curry for DG. Other teams that are at the bottom, obviously Utah. I told you D-Wade was not going to be able to do anything with that Utah team. Sacramento's bad with Chris Paul. Phoenix is terrible with Larry Bird, unfortunately. Let's take a look at the league leaders. It's Giannis still leading the NBA. Jalen Brunson, you know, a lot of the legends don't usually lead the league because, you know, it's newer times. But we do see Patrick Ewing in the top 10, so that's pretty cool. Dr. J up there as well. All right. Okay, so the Cavs have the best offense in the NBA. Thunder have the best defense, and the Cavs are just by far and away the best team in the NBA. I also want to look at, let's take a look here at who do you think is going to win the award races. So Giannis at number 1 for MVP, and then you got KG number 2 for MVP. 18, 12, and 6. The defense might be trying to push him over the top. Jokic, and then obviously LeBron and Luka. As for rookie of the year, obviously doesn't matter. Oh damn, bro, damn, Charles Barkley, 21, 13, 4.5. He's hooping, bro. 6th man of the year, Elgin Baylor. I don't even want it. I don't even know. Bill Russell always wins DPOY in these. I mean, averaged 10 points, 11 rebounds, but, you know, he's a defensive menace. And then you got Pimpin over there. You got Dikembe, KG, and Wemby. So that's cool. Let's keep on pushing to the end of the season, and we'll see what happens with the rest of the guys, man. Get into this playoff run, and we're going to hopefully be able to hop into some games and watch some games, bro. KG sneaks out of MVP, man. He ain't playing around on the New York Knicks, man. Again, so the Celtics had to watch KD go to the Knicks. They had to watch Bill Russell go to the Lakers, bro. That's like so painful, bro. I'm sorry. I'd be crashing out if I was a Celtics fan. 19, 12 and a half, 6.5 stealing and 2 blocks a game for KG. He even shot 34% from 3. So that's, you know, he's stepping up, man. Chuck, Rookie of the Year. Elgin Baylor won 6, man, because 2K is a phenomenal organized game. Bill Russell wins D-Boy, man. That boy Bill. And then Cade Most Improved, Giannis Clutch Player. And Kenny Atkinson and the Cleveland Cavaliers won Coach of the Year because they have Steph Curry and they have Elgin Baylor. All NBA first team, normal guys besides KG. Second team features Chuck Charles Barkley, 21, 13, and 4. Chris Webber, shout out Chris Webber, 22 and 12. And then you got Dr. J there with 23, 8, and 6. All NBA third team, you see Ice Trey. You see Wilt Chamberlain on the Miami Heat, 23 and 12. You got Tim Duncan on the Toronto Raptors, 17 and 11. You got Patrick Chewing, 25 and 12. And Isaiah Zeke Thomas on the Brooklyn Nets. All right, all defensive first team features all legends in Wemby. And then on the second team, the same guys. All right, so what we're gonna do with the playing games is we're gonna be simming probably the first set of games, then we'll sim the game to like get into the playoffs. So we're just gonna be simming this first game straight up. So we got Detroit versus Indiana over here. So they got Steve Nash versus Magic Johnson. That's a pretty interesting thing. Magic, kind of disappointing. Magic had 14, 6, and 9. Not great for Magic Johnson. Steve Nash, on the other hand, again, 13 and 10. I guess that's kind of accurate. He never averaged a lot of points in his career. Milwaukee versus Orlando. So Gary Payton versus, you know, Dr. J. And then over on the Western Conference side, you got Portland versus San Antonio. So Dave Collins versus Dominique. And then you got Dennis Johnson on the Houston Rockets versus Dirk Nowitzki, who averaged 22 and 10 on the Pelicans. So that's cool. All right, let's sim these first playing games. As you see, the New Orleans Pelicans beat the Rockets. KD dropped 40, not enough. Big Dirk there, 30, 12, and 7 for Dirk. He gets it done. And then San Antonio advances to the playoffs. Shout out Dave Collins for 12 and 12. Over in the Eastern Conference, let's sim these games. We have Detroit winning this game here. So Indiana has to win another game. Detroit makes the playoffs. Okay. To get eliminated, who's going to be getting eliminated? There goes Orlando, gets eliminated. Gary Payton, 28. And Dr. J cannot do enough. So we have our games to get into the playoffs. We're going to simcast these ones, as we have Pelicans versus Trailblazers to make the playoffs. Who is going to be getting into it? Dominique Wilkins looks like he is thrashing Dirk Nowitzki and the Pelicans, and the Pelicans are going to be getting eliminated here by Dr. J, or not Dr. J, my fault. Dominique, who had 17 points, 14 shots, not that efficient, 14 rebounds though. Dirk, 24 and 14, it was not enough. All right, now we have to simcast Pacers versus Bucks, Magic Johnson versus Gary the Glove Payton. Let's see who comes out on top here. The Pacers have kind of owned the Bucks these past few years in real life. Are the Bucks going to get their revenge? Yes, they do. Pacers get eliminated here. Magic, almost a triple-double, not enough. Gary Payton, 13 assists. All right, so we have our playoff matchup set for the season. We're going to be simcasting all elimination games, no matter what. So let's get into it. 3 games simmed up here. A bunch of 2-1s over on this side, and no 3-0s, a bunch of 2-0s. Clippers could go up 3-0 here. Let's take a look. Let's sim one more game, and no, 2-1s across the whole entire board. Let's all sim one more game. 3-1 Cleveland, 2-2, 2-2, 3-1, 3-1 Lakers. Okay. All right. We are simcasting this first game, which is Lakers Nuggets in a game 5. The first elimination game. We'll see if we can hop into it here. Can Denver force a game 6, or will the Lakers be going out on top in 5 games? And Denver is going to be forcing 6 here. Yes, they do. Okay. Jokic with a triple-double. Scottie Pippen, 20 and 12. First game, we have Cleveland versus the Milwaukee Bucks. Cleveland has a chance to eliminate the Bucks in 6 games here. Simming into the 4th quarter, Cavs have the lead, and the Cleveland Cavaliers will be the first team to go. Also, it does seem like the Knicks advanced. I meant to simcast this, but it over-simmed. So thanks, 2K. Steve Nash, not good enough. 12 and 12, 46% from 3. Unfortunately, not good enough to beat the Knicks team with KG. All right, so I tried to go simcast the Lakers Nuggets game 6, and 2K wanted to simulate to these 2 Eastern Conference games. So the Atlanta Hawks got eliminated in 6 games here. Ray Allen, he shot 23% from 3 in the playoffs. That's not Ray Allen. That's not good. The Celtics advance with the boy John Stockton, who is 11 assists a game. Then we have the Miami Heat getting past the 76ers with Wilt Chamberlain, and this team with Dennis Rodman, he didn't really do much for them. Let's hop into simcast for these games. All right, Nuggets-Lakers is the first game we need to simulate here. Let's see what happens, man. Lakers trying to pull this one out in 6 games, but the Nuggets are kind of fighting back. Bill Russell guarding Jokic is a legendary matchup, and 11 seconds left, not enough to jump into it. And the Denver Nuggets get eliminated in 6 games. Okay, they got Dylan Brooks apparently now. Bill Russell had 10, 9, and 4. Jokic still put in pain, but it was not enough. All right, Mavericks versus San Antonio is the next game 6 elimination game available here. Mavericks with Paul Pierce, Spurs with Dave Cowens and Wemby in that front court. Let's see what happens here. We got a close one. Can we jump into it? 5-point game, not enough to jump into it. 9-point loss for the San Antonio Spurs, and Dallas advances to the next round. Paul Pierce with 35-5. Clippers versus the Portland Trailblazers. So Bob Pettit, I believe, and they're going to be rolling past this Portland Trailblazers team as the Clippers advance to round number 2. Shout out Bob Pettit for being a stud. I low-key think the Clippers might go all the way. And last, game 7, we have OKC, Minnesota, featuring Patrick Ewing and featuring Allen Iverson. This would be a great game to jump into. Let's see kind of if we can get one. And no, we haven't got a game to jump into yet. All these games are damn blowouts. Patrick Ewing gets past the Minnesota Timberwolves into game 7. 34-12 for Chewing. AI had 22 points. So not that great of a playoffs for AI. Didn't really do too much, man. All right, we have our round 2 matchups here. We have Cleveland versus Miami, New York versus Boston, Lakers versus Clippers, and Dallas versus OKC. All right, let's all sim game 1s. We're going to go to game 3s. See what we got going on here. 2-0 Dallas, 1-1 here, 2-0 Miami. Let's sim one more game. And we have 3-0 Cleveland on Miami and 3-0 OKC on Dallas. So Paul Pierce going out sad and Wilt Chamberlain going out sad. Elimination game 4. Patrick Ewing might be too much of a problem for the NBA as they are just blowing out teams, bro. Patrick Ewing, 32-17, bro. He is hooping. OKC advances. Now we got a simcast game 4. Heat versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Heat got swept in real life, but they have Wilt Chamberlain now. But unfortunately, the Cleveland Cavaliers have Steph Curry and Elgin Baylor. They got 2 legends now. Forget Curry and Baylor. It was just Donovan Mitchell, and apparently they got Jonathan Kuminga as well. 3-1 New York Knicks versus Boston Celtics series. Still haven't got a game to jump into because they're just not close. And another blowout game right here, bro. What is going on? The Knicks eliminate the Celtics right there. KG 19-14-8 against his former team. They also brought in Muscle Russell as well. And John Stockton did have a 16-assist game, but it was not enough. All right, we have our conference finals almost set. Clippers up 3-2 against the Lakers. The battle of the LA teams. Will LeBron be able to go to the NBA finals, force a game 6, force a game 7, and here we go. We got a game 7. Luka going crazy. Game 7 to go to the conference finals. Battle of the LA teams. Still not any close games as the Clippers blow out in a game 7. The Clippers advance. They drop 140 and Bob Pettit drops 29. Bill Russell, not enough, baby. Not enough. The D-point, not enough. Conference finals, Clippers, OKC, Cavs versus Knicks. Steph Curry, Donovan Mitchell, Elgin Baylor versus KG and Brunson over here. You got Bob Pettit, who's an absolute stud, versus Patrick Ewing, who will be the legend to be getting to the NBA finals here. 2-0 series, 2-0 on the other side. It's a 2-2 series, and the Cavs go up 3-2 on the New York Knicks. We got to simcast this right here. 3-1 for the LA Clippers, man. Bob Pettit might be that guy. Not close enough to jump into it again as Bob Pettit, 16-16 to close it out. Chewing dropped 34, but again, it wasn't enough. Chewing had a monster playoffs, bro. 26-11 for him. And we have a game 6. Knicks versus Cleveland Cavaliers. Steph Curry versus Kevin Garnett. And it looks like Steph Curry and the Cleveland Cavaliers will be busting this one open. And we have another blowout win, and the Knicks get eliminated. Bob Pettit versus Elgin Baylor. Okay, so we had to put Elgin Baylor in the starting lineup. It's only right. So this is what the matchups are. Harden versus Curry. I'm taking Curry. Beal versus Donovan. I'm taking Donovan. Kawhi or Elgin Baylor. I'm taking Kawhi Leonard. Bob Pettit is going to kill Mobley, and then Zubac and Allen is kind of a wash. This is going to be an unreal series, and we're going to simcast every single game. Here we go. NBA Finals, man. Type in the comments down below who y'all got winning, Bob Pettit or Elgin Baylor. Can we get a game to hop into? We do have a close one, but will it be close at the end of the 4th quarter? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's a close one. It's a close one, baby. All right, 54 seconds left. The first time we've jumped into a game yet. We have James Fitterbeard Harden with the ball. James Fitterbeard Harden kicking it over to Bradley Beal for the tray ball. The Clippers go up 3 with 45 seconds to go in a game, man. Steph Chef, look at Curry, man, playing in his hometown. Oh my God! Oh my God! Who the fuck is Curry feeling like, bruh? He proposing to him. Oh my God! And then just yammed that bitch. James Harden said, okay, that can't happen to me ever again. James Fitterbeard Harden Pull up three. No, he doesn't. Down to Zubac. Zubac with Elgin Baylor on him. Never mind, that's Brook Lopez. Kawhi for three. Chicken. This is a crazy ass game, bro. Steph Curry with the ball. Steph Curry gonna attack James Harden. We need a three. Curry with the lay is good. All right, we got a free throw game here. Let's watch the free throws. And we're gonna be jumping in here. Clippers got the ball, and the Cavs have fallen short, as the Clippers are going to be taking game 1 of the NBA Finals, man. All right, game 2, Clippers versus Cavs. Let's see what we got going on. Cavs can tie it at 1-1, or will the Clippers go up 2-0, or will we have another game where we can jump into it? And it looks like we do. We have another 2-point game with 13 seconds left. Cavs have to foul. The Cavs have to foul. I have to go because 2K is such a phenomenal game. I have to make the Cavs foul, and James Harden actually took a shot. I just had to play that possession for them. I just tried to foul so it made sense. They wouldn't just dribble the clock out, and James Harden ended up shooting a shot anyway. This game is just so terrible. I mean, really. 3.8 into Evan Mobley. Mobley over to Donovan for the win. Donovan misses. Oh no, the Cavs go down 2-0. All right, Clippers up 3-2 in a series, man. Can the Cavs get one game, bro? Can they get one game? And we have another close ass game going into it. And unfortunately, the Clippers do pull this one out. Harden with 30 and 14, and I think the Clippers are going to be sweeping the Cleveland Cavaliers. No, they get game 4. Okay, they get game 4. Back to the Simcast to see if the Cavs have a 3-0 comeback in their back pockets. Unfortunately, it does not look like it, as the LA Clippers will be winning the video. The Legend Challenge goes to the LA Clippers with Bob Pettit, and he doesn't even win Finals MVP. It goes to Fear to Be James Harden. Wow. The Clippers team with Bob Pettit gets it done. And that's gonna do it, man. If you like this video, man, you want more videos like this, man, drop a like, drop a sub, and comment down below what videos y'all want to see next, man. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers. We're actually 200 away from 8K, so spam that like button, spam that sub button, and comment down below so it pushes out the video to more people like y'all who like rebuilds and stuff. Anyway, man, I'm gonna catch y'all boys in the next one, man. Peace out.